Before this video begins, I do want to say one thing in advance. I am sorry for the cursed Momo. And with that said, let's get into the video.
A new group chat has been created.
Have you guys noticed Deku is acting weird recently?
Definitely. You'd have to be blind to not see it. The nerd has always been weird, but he's dialed it up to 11 recently. Sparkles. It has been interesting to see though. Sparkles. Quite so.
Has anyone else noticed, he seems to be pulling things out of thin air recently too?
You mean like his notebook?
Well, that too. But I was more talking about the fact he gave Kirishima a weight set out of nowhere.
What? Oh yeah, that was weird as heck. He basically gave me a full gym out of nowhere.
How? And more importantly, where?
Well, I don't know how. He asked if I wanted something, scratched his chin, walked me to my room, and there it was. All set up and everything. Oddest thing was, I was in my room not even 5 minutes before that.
That is physically impossible. Trying to understand how that could happen.
For normal people it is. Making a silly face.
Deku-kun? How did you get into this chat?
I've been here since the beginning.
Who invited you?
Myself. Smiling as if that wasn't obvious. But. What? How did you even know? This chat was made only a couple minutes ago? I felt my ears turning into corn, so I knew you guys were talking about me. The fuck?
Isn't the saying, I felt my ears burning?
Well, yes, but I actually felt my ears turn into corn stalks. Smiling and happy Deku. Okay, he's lost it. I'm gonna beat some sense back into him.
Bakugo, wait.
Why should I?
Because Deku is floating outside my bedroom window, and his ears are actually corn stalks. Completely confused and overwhelmed by what she's seeing face.
What?
But I see him sitting in the common room watching TV right now. Sorry, what? He's training outside for me. What the heck is going on? Very overwhelmed Toru face.
Just some standard chaos. Giving them a silly winky face. Each person in the group chat saw a little chibi Deku on their phone screen. Chaos is so much fun.
How are you doing all this?
Magic. That is illogical. Considering everything that is currently happening, I'm inclined to believe him though. Did Deku, how come you are riding my Bob Bunny? It's fun, want to join me? I'm sorry, he's what? I'm watching him ride my pet rabbit like it's a horse. And he's no by bigger than 3 inches tall. Again, do you want to join me, Koda? Yes, please. Face that just wants to hug a giant bunny. Midoriya, we need some explanations here. Sure thing, but first let me gather us all together. How? We're all over campus? Like this? Happy to answer the question with action. The little chibi Deku in each person's phone hopped out, grabbed them by their thumb, and dragged them into their own phone. They all emerged out from a single phone, and found themselves in a checkered field with pink clouds and purple trees. Where the hell are we?
What?
How did he? Izuku popped into existence floating above the group. Sorry I'm late, I was making popcorn. Randomly eating popcorn the size of his head.
Deku-kun, what is going on?
Oh, I just brought you guys to a pocket dimension so we could all talk. Pocket dimension? Sparkles. How did you get the power to do all this? Sparkles. Oh, that's a funny story. I had this odd dream about a week ago. Some creature came up to me and told me I've been chosen to be the next Chaos Lord. Next thing I knew, I woke up and could do all sorts of things. Stupid Deku. That makes no sense. It's chaos. It's not supposed to make sense, silly Ka-chan. Giggling Deku. So you can just do all this crazy stuff? Yep. Screw you. They all watch as Izuku suddenly gets a giant screw and screwdriver.
What the?
Izuku then proceeds to put the screw in his head. Happy now, Ka-chan? Smiling as if nothing is wrong.
Deku-kun, are you alright?
Oh yeah, perfectly fine. Smiling innocently. Deku snaps his fingers, causing the screwdriver to disappear and the screw to turn into a chicken that's just sitting on his head.
This is insanity. How? What?
Okay, that's it. Bakugo goes to charge at Midoriya, only to stop and look in confusion when his quirk doesn't work. Sorry, Ka-chan, but you can't go attacking me. What did you do? I made it so your quirk turns your sweat into chocolate milk instead. Proud of himself, Deku face.
Seriously? Mina cautiously wipes her finger on the back of Bakugo's neck and licks her finger. Mina. Ew. Actually, it's pretty delicious. Face that's happy she tried that.
Step away, Pinky. So you can mess with our quirks too? Yep. Though I won't unless I have to. Can you mess with my father's quirk? Sure. Want me to make it so he, instead of fire, produces whipped cream? Evil grin. Yes, please.
Todoroki. Disappointed by her crush's antics.
I gotta admit that would be funny to see. Laughing at the thought of a whipped cream beard on Endeavor. Oh me net I hear. Deku snapped his fingers, and a bunch of what looked like bikini-clad women appear all around him.
What?
Come
Come
get us, Mineta. Blowing kisses.
Thank you, Midoriya.
Midoriya, did you just create people out of thin air?
Yep. And they were specifically made for Mineta. Meaning he should leave you girls alone from now on. Has a knowing smirk. All the girls look at each other, and go to hug Midoriya. Midoriya teleports next to Ida, causing the girls to randomly be hugging a chicken. Dude, what the heck? Midoriya, what are you even doing? Having fun with chaos. This kind of power should not be in mortal hands. Good thing I'm not mortal then. Sparkles. Pardon moi? Sparkles. I'm immortal. Came with being the Lord of Chaos. That's so unfair. Kind of unsure how to feel about all this.
So Midoriya, if you're the Lord of Chaos now, what exactly are you supposed to do?
Whatever I want. My only restrictions are that I have to do something chaotic a couple times a day.
I'm afraid to ask, but what happens if you don't?
Well, from what I gather, that would mean that order would take over all of reality and chaos would disappear for all of eternity. Is that really a bad thing? Do you like having free will? What does free will have to do with order and chaos? Everything considering free will is nothing but chaos. Gives them a knowing silly wink.
Wait, what? Okay, you've lost me.
Well, think about it. Free will is the ability to choose, and then act on that choice. But that choice is inherently based on your experiences and expectations. Your choices also make it so that others have to make choices that they otherwise might not have had to. It's all one big egg of chaos. Meanwhile, if you had not free will whatsoever, you would never make a single choice that would affect anyone or anything. You wouldn't even have the concept of choice. When did this get all philosophical? At about half past the chicken's feather. Deku pulls out a watch, and points to the various shifting symbols.
My head hurts from all this.
Oh, here. Deku goes over to Mina and flips the top of her head open, then pours a glass of green liquid inside, and shuts it. The rest of the girls kinda lean back.
Oh, that's much better, thanks Midoriya. Happy to not have a headache anymore. I'm ultimately confused about how to feel about this. I mean, as long as he's still a good person, I think it's all fine.
Deku turns into a little version of himself on Momo's shoulder.
Midoriya, what are you doing?
Yeah, Midobro. What exactly is it you crave, Momo? I can feel your desire attempting to come loose, but I can't quite make out what it is. Deku in his little state pulls out a rubber duck, and starts looking into Momo's ear with it.
I genuinely have not idea what you are talking about.
Excuse me for a moment, Momo. Deku snapped his fingers, causing his clothes to be swapped with a diver's outfit. He then proceeded to climb into Momo's ear.
Okay, I think that's the weirdest thing I have seen yet. Ochako-chan, you're holding a chicken, in a pocket dimension, made by the Lord of Chaos. Giving her the, really girl? Face. Well, when you put it that way, then of course it sounds crazy.
Momo seemed to twitch for a second.
What are you doing in there?
Everyone watched as Momo's clothes, and entire being, seemed to shift.
Get out of my head, you fucking nerd.
Oi. What the fuck?
Shut it, you damn Pomeranian.
Who you calling a Pomeranian? You 3D printer.
What the heck? Momo? Yeah, what? I think I'll need therapy after this one.
Nope. Ida just walks away.
Oi, what the hell is wrong with?
Momo twitches again, and shifts back into herself.
What just happened? Petting the chicken. You turned into Bakugo for a minute. What?
It was uncanny. Like hell it was, you stupid extras. Deku crawled out of Momo's other ear. Sorry about that, tripped over her personality and memories, and got them a little mixed up for a second.
Midoriya, I forbid you from ever climbing into my head again.
I'd like to agree to that, but I have a feeling that would be a bad idea. Oh, that reminds me. Izuku snapped his fingers, disappearing, then reappeared next to Todoroki in a mismatched suit. Do you mind, Todoroki? As long as you don't turn me into Bakugo. You could never be like me, icy hot. Bakugo tries to use his quirk only to start sweating chocolate milk. Fuck. Oh, don't worry, this will only last a couple minutes, and it won't be like what just happened. Izuku proceeds to tap the top of Todoroki's head. What was that? I see flavors. Oops, messed up his speech a little. Izuku then proceeds to flick Todoroki's eye up as though it was a hidden panel, and flips a switch behind it, before closing it again. Ah, that's much better. Now what is with the names above people's heads? Shrugs. I don't know, that's for you to figure out. Everyone hears a sudden ringing sound. And then watched as Izuku pulled an old school alarm clock, with weird pictures in place of numbers, out of his ear. Oh crud, it's half past Bakugo's shirt. I gotta send guys back. Bakugo looked down at his shirt, and saw that it had changed into a patterned shirt covered in sevens. What the absolute fuck?
That's a new one. Can I keep the chicken? Why would you want to? Caro. It's cute. And I've already named him. He's called Dennis.
Dennis the chicken?
Yes.
Sure, Dennis is all yours. I'll send you all back to your rooms now.
Okay.
Izuku then clicked his feet together, and everyone suddenly turned into string and flew off into the ether. Ta-da! Once everyone was safely back in their rooms, they all felt a weird sensation, and thought one thing simultaneously. We're friends with a Lord of Chaos. Oh no. The end.